back, everyone. Today we're going over the ExtremeBeam TAC24. It's the first ExtremeBeam product I'm going to review, so looking forward to getting into it. But first up, with any kind of light, one thing we want to check out is the beam comparison shot. So we're going to be using, for comparison, we're going to use the Inforce 9BX, a 300 lumen light that we've tested here before and we like a lot. It's a good light. And we're also going to use the Surefire 6PS Tactical. This is the 320 lumen version, not the 500 lumen version. So what we're going to do is step outside, take a look here at how the beam comparisons work. And this light, unlike a lot of TAC lights, has an adjustable beam. So we're going to adjust it as well and show you how that looks at distance. So without further ado, let's get into those beam shots.
First light up here is the Inforce that you just saw. You can see it has a good beam, good output. It's a good all-around light. We've talked about it before here in the channel. Now here is the ExtremeBeam. That one there is focused all the way down, so that way the beam is pretty much on its hot spot. We'll just show you the difference here when you can actually expand your hotspot out and lessen your throw and kind of adjust it. One of the unique features of this light. So as you open it up, you'll see how much wider that hotspot gets, but your throw is going to be diminished. So it's user adjustable depending on what mission set and what you're actually looking for. And there it is all the way down to its most focused point. And just to give you a point of reference, these trees that I'm lighting up right here are about 50 meters away from where we're at. So no problem lighting those up at all. Here's the Surefire. You can see those trees again. Corner of my house. The corner of my house there is probably about 25 meters away from where I'm standing. And there's the trees again. Compare. That's the ExtremeBeam, again with the hotspot focused in to maximize your throw. You can see just how they compare. ExtremeBeam, Surefire. And note that the ExtremeBeam has a decent spill too. It's definitely not floody, but there is some flood there. It's not like it's only a thrower. Time for a closer look here at the TAC24. This one here is the SR3 model, and that designates that it has 3 different modes of operation. It is high, low, and then strobe in that order. And then their swap model of the TAC24 is high only. But this one here, first click is going to be high, and then the next click after that will be low, and then your third click, if I can do it right, is strobe. So those are the 2 different models of it. The outside of the light itself is type 3 hard anodized aluminum. It's made out of one piece of billet aluminum. The body of the light is, I should say. Overall length is 6.25 inches, and with that battery in there, it does come in at just over 6.5 ounces. And the battery in there now is one CR 18650 battery. Not CR, 18650 I should say, rechargeable battery. It does also operate though on 2 CR123 batteries, and I guess that's what I was probably trying to say there. But just taking it apart here to show you how it looks. You'll see on both sides it is double O-ring sealed, and it does come lubricated from the factory. And just kind of break it down all for you now while we got it apart. And it does come with a one-piece reflector there, and you can see the output emitter right there. While it's apart, I'll point out the glass lens. It is anti-reflective coating, and it does have the O-ring on there to seal that as well. On high there, it's putting out 330 lumens, so it's definitely plenty bright, but it's not going to be the brightest flashlight in the world. But one thing ExtremeBeam markets its lights as is tough and durable. So what we're going to do now is step outside and test that durability a little bit. I think my dog thinks that we're playing here, as you can see. Thinks it's time for a game, but what we're going to do now is drop this light. I'm standing on some cement blocks up front of my porch. I know, buddy, I know. So we're gonna drop it, see how it holds up. We'll go ahead and turn it on first. And drop it right on the cement. It's fine there. No damage, as you see the lights are still on. Again, we're dropping it straight onto the cement. Dropped on its side that time. It switched over to strobe instead of being on, but the output is still good. Put it back on. Drop it a few more times. That time it slammed pretty hard right on the tail cap, but as you can see, still working. I mean, I'm definitely not babying it at all. It's pretty scuffed up there on the aluminum, but the output is still going strong. Well, it seems to have held up pretty well to those drop tests. You saw the light output of it. Like I said, it's not going to be a 10,000 lumen super high output light, but 300 plus lumens and a focusable beam will get the job done in most situations. It also has that low mode there for those of you guys who don't want to wear your battery out. It uses both batteries, CR123 and 18650, which I like. I like all that. It also has a 1-inch
body, so you can mount. It is weapons mountable with most weapons mounts out there, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, that limited footage there on the AR. So, I mean, all in all, it seems to work well. It seems to do as advertised. These come to market, depending on where you look, somewhere between $80 and $110, depending on whether or not you're getting this model or the swap model. There's going to be a little variation there in price, but all in all, it seems to hold up well and live up to its claims that it's a durable light. If you guys have any questions about this review or anything else I review here on the channel, you can always post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page if you don't have a way to comment here on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button below, because I appreciate you guys watching. You make the channel possible, and I hope to see you in the next video.